So I think it's fair to say that this has been the weirdest road to WrestleMania ever. It's not happening in a football stadium anymore, it's in the Performance Center. It's not happening in front of 70,000 fans, it's happening in front of no one. But now that we are on the road to WrestleMania, it's a good time, I think, to do some WrestleMania fantasy booking. And look, I'm sorry I'm not Adam Blampied, I know he's the king of that. If you don't like what I'm about to do, send this to him and see if he can do it better. So today I'm going to try to rebook the road to WrestleMania 29. Now the road to WrestleMania 29 started the night after WrestleMania 28. The Rock came out after he beat John Cena and announced that he would be WWE champion again, and then he came out again on Raw 1000 and said that he'd be challenging for the title at the Royal Rumble. And on that same night, CM Punk turned heel, and he justified it basically by saying he's sick of being the WWE champion but not being in the spotlight. So at Royal Rumble, Cena won the Rumble and Rock beat Punk to end his record-setting WWE title reign, and we got twice in a lifetime. So I think it can be done better, and I'm gonna have a go at doing it. So first off, I'd keep Raw 1000 the same. I really like Punk's heel turn because it added a wrinkle to his character that he kinda needed with such a long title reign, and his motivations were very justified, which made him a really compelling character. The one thing I'd change is keep him away from Ryback and don't end his unbeaten streak. Maybe give Ryback the US title, which I know won't help with the Goldberg comparisons, but we're focusing on Punk here. So we're going to start tweaking things at the Royal Rumble. Keep Cena winning that match, but in the main event between Punk and Rock, Punk retains. Now there's a stipulation in this match that if the Shield got involved, Punk would be stripped of the title. And I'd keep that, that's quite compelling, but I'd leave it as a red herring. I wouldn't actually use it. Instead, Punk beats The Rock clean, 1, 2, 3 in the center of the ring. And after the match, I wouldn't have Punk shake The Rock's hand, but I would have him kind of look at him and say, okay, you have my respect. So the next night on Raw, Rock comes out. He's very disappointed. Obviously, he feels like he let the people down, but he still thinks he can find a way to the WWE title. And that's by challenging the winner of the Royal Rumble, John Cena. Okay, stop. Wait. Just let me explain. Now, I know I'm going with twice in a lifetime for all this, but I've got 3 good reasons as to why it should happen. The first is that it makes storyline sense. Rock wants to get to the WWE title, and so he uses Cena's torment of having lost to The Rock last year at WrestleMania to get that rematch. Cena wants to avenge his loss to The Rock, and so he gives him that opportunity. Second, it works for the WWE. It's a big money match that boosts one of their B pay-per-views, and you don't have to do that match at WrestleMania where a better match could be had. And third, in real life, Rock worked Elimination Chamber anyway in a rematch with Punk, so I think, yeah, we might as well use it. So Elimination Chamber main event, Rock Cena 2, winner faces Punk at Mania. Now in real life, Cena was in a 6-man tag with Sheamus and Ryback against the Shield. Just find them a new partner and still have the Shield win. Also during this match, I'd have Punk on commentary because he's really good at that. He can put both guys over as well as putting himself over and bigging up this WrestleMania main event as a massive deal. In terms of the match itself, I wouldn't have as many finisher kickouts as they had in their actual rematch from Mania 29, but in the end, Cena does win, then Punk comes in, Punk and Cena face off, WrestleMania sign in the background, there's your main event. So next night on Raw, Rock comes out again, he's disappointed again. We're seeing a real human side of The Rock here, and he doesn't know what he's going to do with himself for WrestleMania. Gong! Out comes The Undertaker. He points at the WrestleMania sign, he cuts his throat, fade to black. The Rock versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Take my money. Looking back on it, I can't believe that they didn't do this match when Rock actually came back. Because think about it, when have The Rock and The Undertaker had a serious singles match on pay-per-view? I mean, sure, they had a few throwaway matches in the Attitude Era, and sure, they were in that fantastic triple threat with Kurt Angle at Vengeance 2002, but they've never had that marquee one-on-one singles match, and this is when you have it. The Rock in his Hollywood megastar phase, The Undertaker in his legend set in stone deadman phase. If you want to sell WrestleMania 29 to casuals, that is the match to do it. Just when the streak couldn't get any bigger, you're potentially adding The Rock to that list. Now, as you probably remember, on the road to WrestleMania 29, Paul Bearer passed away, and they used that death to add steam to the Undertaker Punk angle that actually happened. Now, I don't want to use that death in this storyline, but it's such a big deal, you can't not bring it up. So basically, The Rock is doing it for the people, and The Undertaker is doing it for the memory of Paul Bearer. So at WrestleMania, it's Rock Taker. It probably won't be a classic of in-ring work, but I think it'll be like Rock Hogan in terms of the fans carrying it to greatness. The Undertaker wins with a tombstone. He's 21-0, and with all due respect to CM Punk, The Rock is a much bigger name to have on his list of victims than CM Punk. In the main event, it's Punk Cena. It's basically the match they had on Raw for the #1 contendership for the WWE title. An absolutely amazing match. Punk cracks out the pile driver, Cena cracks out the powerbomb and the Hurricane Rana, but eventually Cena does win and is the new WWE champion. He and Punk shake hands, and then Punk goes away on his sabbatical. And ultimately Cena winning is the right call, because in the grand scheme of things, Punk did need to take time away. After WrestleMania, he actually did go away for a while, and he needs, I think, to rest his face and his body. In my booking, he's now had a 504-day reign with the WWE Championship. He deserves that time off. Meanwhile, Cena can carry the WWE title in the summer, and you got Daniel Bryan slowly building in the background, and then you can have that match at SummerSlam. As for The Rock, for the third time after a pay-per-view, he comes out on Raw very disappointed. This might seem like repetitive booking, but we've got interesting enough follow-ups, because after the Royal Rumble we had Cena, after Elimination Chamber we had Undertaker, now after WrestleMania we have Brock Lesnar. Now in real life this was supposed to happen. Rock and Brock were supposed to have a confrontation, and that would lead to a match at Mania 30. But Rock was injured at Mania 29 and didn't appear. So I'm just going to pretend like that didn't happen for the purposes of this booking video. Rock and Brock have their confrontation, and you can start building to that match at Mania 30. And that is how I would book the road to WrestleMania 29. What did you think? Did I make it better? Did I make it worse? Is it still kind of the same? Let me know in the comments, like this video, and subscribe to the channel. You know what? I actually really enjoyed doing that, so I think I'm going to do another. How about WrestleMania 32? And hey, once again, I'm sorry I'm not Adam Blampied, but why not send this video to him? Who knows? Maybe he can do it better.